On October 12th, 2016, I created the KnightSky YouTube channel. And 9 years later, here we are. The day after I made my YouTube channel, I actually recorded and uploaded my first ever video, which was a Super Smash Bros. For Wii U Let's Play, where I put the camera on a tripod in front of my face in front of the TV. The most scuffed thing you could imagine, but at the time, it's what really just worked for me. And it would be a while until I actually got more of my equipment, my camera, microphone, you name it. And over these 9 years, I've now created somewhat of a mini studio in the room that I've grown up in. And it's amazing to really kind of see just the progress I've made like over these years. If you kind of recall, we kind of made a similar video to this back when I hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, which, if you can tell by the number, has not changed much at all. But that is kind of my own fault. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I want to make this video entirely. I know 9 years is a very important number, but it's the one that's right before just the big milestone. And we'll get to that later. But I just really want to say thank you guys for supporting me for this long. And whether or not you've been here since the beginning, you joined in kind of the halfway point, or if you're just meeting me now for the first time, hi. Nice to meet you. I know, kind of cringy. It's surreal to really even consider that I've been doing this for 9 years. And when I was like making the posts and everything yesterday, it didn't really even dawn on me that today or that day was the beginning of a journey that I would be going on that would change my life, change how I view the world, the internet, other people, video games, you name it. There's just so much that happened because of that. And even I said in the posts myself, there's just so much that has happened that I can't even really tell every single part of the story. But there's been some great moments. There's been so many lasting memories, whether it's with N10, my family, friends I've made along the way. But there's also been, some low points. I won't even lie to you. As of even right now too, I'd say I'm at a point in my life where it's not all glitz and glam as much as I thought it would be. And for a couple of reasons, I would say part of that is why I haven't really been uploading on here as much as I used to. You know me, if you know me for a long time, I have so many plans and ideas and dreams that I want to be able to create not only great video content, but stream, visit places, just interact with people, and really use this platform I have just to really share, like I said, even back in the day, share my love of gaming, just share my passion for internet media, culture, vibes, whatever you want to call it. And it sucks that I've not been able to do that. It sucks that I've felt like that everything I come up with just doesn't meet that standard. I feel like I've set a standard for myself so much that anything I really come up with or script or even try to, even this video right now, I'm really just like, is this it? Is this really like what, after 9 years, is this what I have to offer you guys? And honestly, most of that is due to overthinking. Second guessing is definitely a content creator's worst enemy. Comparison as well. And believe me, I've done that too many times already. But making this right now, it just feels honestly more surreal, but also just more calming that I'm able to sit in front of a camera, regardless of how I look. I mean, if you compare me to how I looked 9 years ago now, I saw some of the pictures, you can definitely tell a difference. Maybe some things are good, maybe some things are bad. You can definitely see my mustache is grown in for the most part. Anything else, whatever. But I think it's cool to see how much time has passed and really to see what I've done, not only for myself, but just for the people I've met, for the friends, the new family members I've gained while being online. And it's the best part about looking back. I know nostalgia sometimes can be blinding. Sometimes it can really prevent you from wanting to make that next big stride. Or if you feel comfortable doing what you do now, obviously you don't want to take a risk because it can be vastly different from what you've done before. And I know it's the same thing with streaming. But it's a necessary step. It's a necessary step for me to do in order to want to continue to grow and be able to not only use what I've learned, but also learn more about content creation. I have so many friends, so many people that I know of who can edit, who can, post a podcast, who can stream well, who can make games, who can do whatever, right? And rather than just kind of be like, oh, I'll never get to that level, I should be going to them and asking them, hey, how did you do this? How are you able to to master your skills? How are you able to create such beautiful, visually and audibly like creations? How do you do that? What is preventing me from doing that too? That's the other question I should ask. What is stopping me from wanting to do that as well? And honestly, that's partially why I'm making this video right now. It's because I want to not only say, you know, what's been going on, what's been happening over these 9 years, but I also want to be able to kind of hold myself accountable for a bit. I want to say, after 9 years, I've learned so much, but there's still so much I can learn, and there's still so much I can do. And, you know, even if I'm not in school at the moment, if I'm not in school anymore, I'm always learning something new. That's like the best part about doing this, is that I always learn something new, whether it's about a game, a person, a topic, just a way to stream, a new way to edit. And there's just so much more I don't even know. And that's what excites me about this. That's what excites me about wanting to learn more and progress. And I'll be honest too, like I said, life at my current moment, for me, is definitely, there's throwing some hindrances in the way. There's some, you know, big, I guess, gaps, if you will, right now on my path that are kind of preventing me from wanting to really just focus 100%. And honestly, that's okay. I'm at the point in my life now where, you know, I'm not getting any younger, even though I'm like, what, 23 now? Next year I'll be 24. But I'm okay with the sudden pauses in life. And whether that means that, hey, I have to grow up more, I have to focus more on work, whether it's financial stuff or if it's just, you know, the way that life goes, I'm okay with not being able to devote 100% of my energy into one thing. I'd rather be able to do everything that I can and I can manage well, time management, everything else in between. I'd rather want to do that than focus so much that I lose sight of everything else in my life. And that's the hardest part about streaming, is that if you focus too hard, you really kind of miss a lot of life that goes past you. 9 years, like I said, compared to 5 years. I remember just celebrating my 5-year anniversary in 2021 while I was in school. And I remember I had a whole thing, I had a whole presentation, merch, graphics, the whole bell and whistle gimmick, if you want to call that. But even then, it's cool to see 5 more years, well, almost 5 more years have passed since then. And like I said before, I am so grateful to each and every one of you who have been with me, who have been against me at points, who probably, like I said, have no idea who I am or are just hearing about me. And even if you are just a great friend, I tell you what, I treasure that much more than a number, right? And if so many people say, oh, don't focus about the numbers, don't worry about all that. At this point, I don't. I think it's really more effective to be able to have people say, hey, I was really motivated, I was really changed by that video, that thing that you made. And that's something I want to do more of. And honestly, like I said too, I've promised a lot of things. I've promised so many things in my life, and ultimately, you know, I haven't been able to meet every single one of them. But I can promise you this, that no matter what happens in the next year, because this next year, I will tell you right now, is year number 10. Next year, a year from now, I don't know how else you say it, a year from now today, KnightSky, the channel itself, will be 10 years old. That is a decade. A decade of my life would have been spent on YouTube, on the internet. And that is crazy. I'm not ready to think about that just yet, but I can tell you, I can celebrate it. So I can promise you this, that same time next year, looking back on what I've done throughout this year and the part of next year, regardless of the outcome, regardless if I've exploded in popularity or fallen off the face of relevancy, I can tell you and I can promise that I will feel fulfilled. I will feel proud of what I've accomplished. And ultimately, I'll be satisfied that, hey, this is something that I've done for 10 years and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I've been able to do. And then we'll go on from there. We'll see what happens next. But that's a long time from now, somewhat. I can tell you that next year is going to be a lot of fun. I already have some stuff in the works that I can't reveal just yet. But I hope you stay tuned, because we still have a couple months left of this year. Got some cool things in the works that I will announce very soon. And I know this video feels a little rushed. I'm sorry if this doesn't really make any sense. I'm going to try to limit the edits as much as possible just to make my workload easier, because, hey, you know, maybe I'm lazy. But I felt like this needed to be made. I feel like I needed just to say, hey, thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for subscribing, for following, for watching, sharing, everything else in between. I'm proud of everyone that I've met along the way. I'm proud of what my friends have accomplished and what they continue to accomplish as well. And all I can say is, I'll see you next time. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you maybe next week. I'll see you next year. Because I'll tell you, man, year 10 is going to be so fun. I'm so excited. I really am. But all right, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Enjoy the vibes. Peace.